All right, shalom, shalom, shalom. All praises to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, which is to say in the Paleo Hebrew, Yahweh, which is the name of our Heavenly Father, meaning He is, Bahashem, meaning in the name, Yahweh Shai, meaning He is our salvation. And that is who the world ignorantly calls Jesus, a so-called black man. And that is the only way of method that you can go to the Father is by who? The Son, the only begotten Son, Yahweh. All right? And what you see on the screen is a movie that is coming out this weekend, or actually tomorrow, although it says in theaters Christmas, it's already out. Okay? And today is December the 20th, 2024. It came out December the 19th, 2024. But I guess they're waiting to release it on Christmas, but it's already out. So if you want to go see it, you can. And I plan on going to see it, before December the 25th, probably this weekend. Okay? But I'm going to put the trailer in the comment section in case you want to check it out. All right, because basically it is a post-apocalyptic movie about how all hell is going to break loose here in America, okay? And spoiler alert, there will be no post-apocalyptic here in America because America will be destroyed. Now, you're going to have places throughout the rest of the earth that's going to be in ruins and people are going to be, scratching and fighting for whatever is left. But here in America, America is going to be completely destroyed, man. Okay? So this whole hoarding and doomsday preppers here in America, it's all for nothing. Okay? So we're going to go and look up what it means as regards to this movie and its post-apocalyptic theme. Okay, so give me 1 second to pull that up. All right, this is from the website wikipedia.org, and it's a little backdrop on the movie. It goes on to read, Homestead is an upcoming American post-apocalyptic drama film, okay, directed by Ben Smallborn and written by Philip Abraham, Leah Bateman, and Jason Ross, okay? And it gives you the list of the actors and actresses in it. But let's look up that word post-apocalyptic. Okay, it says apocalyptic and post-apocalyptic fiction is a subgenre of science fiction in which the Earth civilization is collapsing or has collapsed. The apocalypse event may be climatic, such a runaway climate change, astronomical and impact event, destructive nuclear holocaust, okay? A nuclear holocaust, apocalyptic, nuclear annihilation, nuclear Armageddon, or atomic holocaust is a theoretical scenario where the mass detonation of nuclear weapons causes widespread destruction and radioactive fallout. Okay? So here in America, those nuclear bombs, those ICBMs, is going to destroy this whole landmass. Okay? Now you may have fallout in, other places elsewhere. Okay? But guess what? The elect is going to be beamed up until what? That indignation passes over to all that is completely done away with. Okay? And then those that are in the bunkers, primarily those elites, we're going to go and take them out, man. Okay? Because you're going to have people that's got bunkers outside of America that's going to, be far away from the blast where it doesn't affect them. But guess what? They going into slavery, man. But primarily those elites, man, because they got space stations, they got bunkers, they got all type of stuff that they're going to be hiding away when these thermonuclear missiles drop, man. Okay? And we're going to go in there and take them out. Okay? So let's go back. Apocalyptic and post-apocalyptic fiction is a subgenre of science fiction in which the Earth or another planet's civilization is collapsing or has collapsed. The apocalypse event may be climatic, such as a runaway climate change, astronomical, and impact event, destructive, nuclear holocaust. Okay, that's what's getting ready to come to this earth, man. A nuclear holocaust, man. And we're going to get it in the scriptures, okay? Or resource depletion. Okay, all of this is coming, okay? A famine, where there's going to be a lack of bread, pestilence, where there's going to be all type of, pestilence widespread throughout the whole earth, which is why they're talking about that bird FLU, man. So this is coming, all right? Apocalyptic and post-apocalyptic, okay? But the post-apocalyptic will not be here in America. America will be destroyed. Now, you may have other places elsewhere throughout the earth, but, hey, we looking to be part of that number that's called up into the chariots, into the chambers, while that indignation passes over. And then when we come back down, guess what? Those that have hid themselves from the impact of the nuclear weapons, we're taking them up into what? Slavery, okay? Speaking of your elites, your nobles, okay? So let's go back and get a few precepts on this event that they're taking, that they're talking about, okay? All right, we in the book of Isaiah, chapter 24, and we're just going to jump straight down to the point. Verse 20, it says, the earth shall reel to and fro like a drunkard. This is speaking on those thermonuclear missiles, man. Okay, it's going to be so much shake, rattling, and rolling here on this earth. It's going to be like a person that's drunk, moving all over the place, man. Because those missiles are going to be doing complete damage, man. And America, it's going to wipe America off the face of the map, pursuant to Revelation 18. So it says, the earth shall reel to and fro like a drunkard, and shall be removed like a cottage, and the transgression thereof shall be heavy upon it, and it shall fall and not rise again. Right, so this man's kingdom is tied into this prophecy, and when this place goes down, guess what? That's it. He's never to be, ever to be heard of again. Speaking of Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, the last heathen to rule. 21, it says, and it shall come to pass in that day that Yahweh shall punish the hosts of the high ones that are on high. Right, because they're going to go and hide in their bunkers, their chambers, wherever it is they think they're going to be able to escape this judgment, and they're going to get punished. Okay? It says, in the kings of the earth upon the earth. Okay? It says, verse 22, and they shall be gathered together as prisoners are gathered in the pit. Right, so we're going to take them as prisoners, man. Okay? They being preserved. They got these bunkers. They just don't know. That's them preserving themselves to go into what? Slavery, captivity. Revelation 13 and 10. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. He that leadeth into captivity must go into captivity. Let me see. I don't want to misquote that. Okay. Revelation 13 and 10. Come on, Esau. Don't be switching up the scriptures, man. You're going to get this judgment, man. You're going to hear your judgment. Revelation 13 and 10 reads what? He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. They led us into captivity by the way of the transatlantic slave trade. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. They mowed us down on the streets here in America, Babylon the Great, pursuant to, what is that? Revelation 11. It says, the saints, let me go there. Revelation 11 and 11. It's like in Revelation 11:8. It says, and their dead bodies shall lie in the street of that great city, which is speaking of Babylon, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt. Okay, that's speaking of America, because it's what? Known for its sodomite tendency, and Egypt is known for what? Bondage. This is where we were bought for to serve hardcore bondage. It says where also our Lord was crucified. And this is where they gave us that so-called white Jesus, man. All right? So this is what they're going to get. They're going to get the same payback. And we're reading it. Revelation 13:10. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints, man. All right? If you don't got faith and patience that this is going to happen, you got to get in you're not in your right mind, man. Okay? This is the patience and faith of the saints, man, who are what? The Israelites. All right? I believe that's Psalms 137. Give me 1 second. Might be Psalms 148:14. He also exalted the horn of his people, the praise of all his saints, even of the children of Israel, a people near unto him. Praise ye Yahweh. So that's who the saints are, the children of Israel, okay? So the saints, in particular, the elect of the saints, are waiting for that, patiently waiting for our enemies to go into what? Captivity and to be killed with the sword, man, okay? And guess what? The Most High is going to get it done, man. All praises, call halal, okay? So back to Isaiah, where we at? 24 and verse 22. Isaiah 24:22, it says, and they shall be gathered together as prisoners are gathered in the pit, and shall be shut up in the prison, and after many days shall they be visited. Right? So after we round them up, we're going to throw their ass in a pit, and after many days, they're going to be visited, man. They may be malnutritionists. They may be, looking sick, man. Okay? Well, guess what? If they perish, we're going to just bring them right back up to life, man. Okay? So we're going to wake their asses right back up, man. Here it is. They've been waiting many days, starving and going through all kind of hunger pains, and just to, pass out to them. But we're going to wake their ass right back up, man. Okay? And get their ass to work, man. Because they're going to have to bury these bodies from World War III, Armageddon, okay? So, going to Jeremiah 16, because this post-apocalyptic is going to be outside of America, okay? And these elites, they got their hiding places. Slakia, they got their hiding places where they're going to be hiding, but they can't escape from the judgment of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai. So this is Jeremiah 16:16. It reads, behold, I will send for many fishers, saith Yahweh, and they shall fish them. And after I will send for many hunters, and they shall hunt them from every mountain and from every hill and out of the holes of the rocks, right? Because these elites, you see, they're going to know exactly what's going on, and they think they can escape judgment by digging deep down in these bunkers and escaping that thermonuclear missiles. But little do they know, they just preserving themselves for what? Slavery, captivity. Okay? Let's get that in Psalms 40? Psalms 140. Can't be 8. Psalms 149. Salakia, Psalms 149. It says, let the high praises of the Most High, verse 6. Psalms 149 and verse 6. Let the high praises of the Most High be in their mouth and a two-edged sword in their hand. To do what? To execute vengeance upon the heathen and punishments upon the people. To do what? Verse 8, to bind their kings with chains and their nobles with fetters of iron. This is us when we come down from the chariots, the so-called UFOs. This is what we're going to do. We're going to go down in those bunkers and do what? We're going to bind the kings, the nobles with feathers and chains. To do what? It says, verse 9, to execute upon them the judgment written. This honor have all his saints. Praise ye Yahweh. Right. And the judgment that is written is they ass going into slavery, man. Captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. He that leadeth into captivity must be led into captivity. They ass going to work, man. Okay. And they going to bury the bodies. All right. They're going to bury those dead bodies. That's the aftermath from World War III, man. All right. That's going to be one of their first jobs because we're not touching the dead bodies, man. All right. That's going to be their job. So they already got their first task. They already got their first task ahead of them already, man. All right. So that movie, Homestead, you know, like I said, I put the trailer in the comment section. You could check it out if you want to. It's pretty much, you know, Esau's way of trying to say that America is going to be unscathed or is going to be somehow able to, you know, offset prophecy. Okay? Showing you Psalms 2. Why do the heathen rage and the people imagine vain things, man? They can't escape judgment. They going, those Americans here in the United States of America will not see a post-apocalyptic, okay? They're going to be destroyed by those thermonuclear missiles, man, okay? And although they're going to try to, you know, doomsday prep and get all this stuff prepared, it's all in vain, okay? Now, let me double check that precept before I go on to the next. Okay, yeah, Psalms 2 and 1. Why do the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing, all right? Because they ass going into slavery, man. They can think all they want that they can make a movie and entitle it Homestead and showing American a post-apocalyptic scenario or fiction. Ain't gonna be no post-apocalyptic here in America. America will be destroyed utterly off the face of the earth, man. Now, elsewhere, you may have post-apocalyptic type of scenarios, but hey, like I read, well, I didn't read, let me read it right now. The elect will be called up into the chariots while all that radiation and all that fallout and debris is, you know, going about. Okay? And let's read it. Isaiah 26 and verse 20. It reads, come, my people, enter thou into thy chambers and shut thy doors about thee. So this is the Most High calling us, if we are the elect, into the chambers, which are the chariots, and saying what? Shut thy door about thee. Right. So once we go up into the chariots, you know, the doors are going to shut. It says, hide thyself as it were for a little moment until the indignation be overpassed. Right. That's all the fallout, the debris, everything, you know. Once everything's settled, then we come back down, okay? That's when we come back down out of the what? Out of the chambers, the chariots, the so-called UFOs. It says, verse 21, for behold, Yahweh cometh out of his place to punish the inhabitants of the earth for their iniquity. The earth also shall disclose her blood and shall no more cover her slain. Right. So this is going to be it, man. After this time, it's going to be no more war, man. Which is why, you know, those so-called 1948ers ain't the people, man, because there's still war going on right now. All right. After the true people of the Bible, you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans get back into power under Yahweh, under Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh, there will be no more war, man. Nations will make no more war. Nations will learn no more war. All right? That's how you know those people over there right now ain't the people, man. They don't fulfill that prophecy. This is Isaiah 2:2, and it reads, "And it shall come to pass in the last days that the mountains of Yahweh's house shall be established in the top of the mountains, and shall be exalted above the hills, and all nations shall flow into it." Verse 3, "And many people shall go and say, Come ye, and let us go up to the mountain of Yahweh, to the house of the power of Jacob, and he will teach us his ways, and we will walk in his paths. For out of Zion shall go forth the law, and the word of Yahweh from Jerusalem." And you don't see those people over there, people coming into them, asking them and saying how to keep the law. They promote debauchery, okay? They promote, going against the word, okay? They got that parade over there where you see a lot of the same genders doing all type of folliness. You get what I'm trying to say? So ain't no nations flocking to them, okay? They are the wicked, okay? It says in verse 4, "And he shall judge among the nations and shall rebuke many people, and they shall beat their swords into plowshares," right? Because in Joel, 3, they beat their plowshares into swords for what? To make war against the whore, which is America, and go into World War III. Well, right here, after World War III is accomplished, they're going to beat their plowshares back to what? They're going to beat their swords back into what? Plowshares, okay? Because that's signifying that there's no more need of war. It says, "And their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation." Right? There will be no more slain, man. But that's how you know the people over there in our land right now are imposters, man, because there's wars going on as we speak. All right? It says, "Neither shall they learn war anymore." All right? That's a cold cut on them damn imposters over there right now, posing as us. Okay? There's war going on. Nations are in the midst of talking of World War III. All right? Showing you that the people over there don't fit this prophecy, man. They're imposters. They're just being drawn to the battle, man, because they're going to get mollywopped too, man. All right? That land, our land that's being preoccupied right now is going to get wiped off the face of the earth too. But unlike America, our land is going to be what? Built back up through what? Slavery, okay? We're going to put these other nations to work, man, especially the so-called white man, Esau, Edom, the Edomites, man. It's gonna be hell for them because they can't get right. They the wicked. All right. This king, the kingdom to come is gonna be completely full of righteousness. So this is gonna be Esau, Edom's nightmare. Okay. Because he can't do right. So we're gonna be putting our foot all up in his ass, man. Breaking it off. We're gonna break him like that part of his vessel, man. With that rod of iron, man. We're gonna be putting our foot up in this man's ass, man. All right. So he make his little movies of post-apocalyptic America fiction or whatever. That's him imagining a damn vain thing. Okay, why do the heathens rage and the people imagine a vain thing? His ass going into slavery, man. Okay, he can make his movie. Like I said, I'm gonna go check it out, man, because you might, see a lot of things in there. You see how Esau Edom thinks, man. His vain imagination, okay? All right? But let's not lose thought of what we were supposed to be talking about. So let's go to Psalms. Is it 127? Yes. So this is Psalms 127. It reads, "Except Yahweh build the house, they labor in vain that build it," right? So the whole premises behind this movie is prepping and being prepared for a post-apocalyptic, man. All right? And the Most High isn't with this place, America. So all that is in vain, man. building those little cities to have shelter for when all hell breaks loose, all right? Because leading up into those thermonuclear missiles, the RFID micro CHIP has to be made mandatory. It has to be implemented, okay? So you're going to have your apocalyptic style chaos and mayhem leading up into the thermonuclear missiles, man. But all that shit they hoarding and prepping is going to be what? More than likely given to the elect, man. Okay? Because it says, my servants shall eat. Who is his servants? The elect. Okay? Amos 3:7. He should do nothing but reveal his what? Let's read it. Amos 3:7 says, surely the Lord power will do nothing, but he revealeth his secret unto his servants, the prophets, right? And that's exactly who's going to be taken care of. Isaiah 65:13 is the servants. It says, therefore thus saith the Lord power, behold, my servants shall eat. So more than likely, hey, these doomsday preppers, they have that mindset, but they being deceived that they're going to somehow survive after the apocalyptic, which is, it has so many certain scenarios, but the one that fits it best is that nuclear scenario, that after the nuclear scenario, somehow they're going to stay down in their bunkers and ride out the fallout, the radiation, and come out and cultivate the land and be one of the last ones standing here in America, man. That's so damn hilarious. It's vain, man. Okay? And that's what we read in Psalms 2. Why do the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing, man? There will be no more recultivating this land, man. This America, the United States of America will be a big desert where only desert creatures is going to inhabit it, man. All right? And that's all in Revelation 18, man. You see? So I'm going to check out this movie, man, just to see the vain things and the imagination of these heathens, man. You see? Because they don't know. They're hoarding up some of that food for the elect, man. Okay? So it says, therefore, thus saith the Lord power, behold, my servants shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servants shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servants shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. Okay? So the Most High is going to take care of his servants, man. All right? So these heathens that's imagining these vain things, that they're going to set up cities and towns and gates, that they're going to protect the people that they deem to be, deemed to be trustworthy, that's all going to be stored up for the elect, man. Okay? Because if anything, we learned from the recent hurricane that hit North Carolina that, hey, you can prep all you want to, but you can't out prep the hand of the living power, Yahweh, man. Okay? He give a spirit and put a spirit on a hurricane to come wipe out that little town, that little thing you think you got going on and prepping. That's a wrap, man. And we learned that from Asheville, North Carolina. Those people still trying to rebuild up there, man. And they said that's a hot spot for doomsday prepping, man. And we see how that turned out. So you can't try to outwit the Lord, Yahweh, which is why we read it in Psalms 127. Unless Yahweh built it, they what? It says, except Yahweh build the house, they labor in vain that build it. Right? So they just building it just to say so. It ain't gonna stand up, man. Yahweh can have a hurricane come through and wipe all that shit out, man. It says, except Yahweh keep the city, the watchman waketh but in vain. Right? And you're gonna see in that trailer that you got somebody that's supposed to be watching for danger and everything else. But hey, if the Most High ain't dealing with that person, guess what? It's all in vain. It's all for nothing. Verse 2, it is vain for you to rise up early to sit up late. Right? And that's one of the themes of this movie. They got to have somebody watching around clock, for, what do you call them? Looters, rioters, to make sure that, nobody comes into their little sanctuary and loot and take food. You got to have somebody on watch, on guard, man. You see? But it's all for nothing because America will be destroyed, man. All right? So it says, verse 2, and it is vain for you to rise up early, to sit up late, to eat the bread of sorrows, for so he giveth his beloved sleep. Right. And we get great sleep and satisfaction in knowing that we're going to be taken care of if we of the elect. One thing for sure, whoever the elect is will be taken care of, okay? That's one thing for sure, 100%, that whoever the elect is in those times will be taken care of 100% by Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai. All right? Verse 3, lo, children are a heritage of Yahweh, and the fruit of the womb is his reward. Verse 4, as arrows are in the hand of a mighty man, so are children of the youth. Right? So the Most High, he's going to take care of his little ones, man, his children, all right? They're going to eat, man. Okay? It says, verse 5, happy is the man that have his quiver full of them. They shall not be ashamed, but they shall speak with the enemies in the gate. So happy is the man that have his quiver, which is the container that holds your arrows, full of them, okay? So as arrows are in the hand of a mighty man, so are children of the youth, right? So happy is the man that have his quiver full of those arrows, man. Full of those arrows which are the hand of the mighty man, okay? Because we're going to need protection from on high, all right? We're going to need, what does it say in Daniel 12? Let's go there. This is the book of Daniel, chapter 12 and verse 1. It reads, and at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people, and there shall be a time of trouble such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, everyone that shall be found written in the book, which is the book of life. Okay, so if your name is written in heaven, it's going to be showed in that time, man. Okay, if you are the elect, you're going to be taken care of, man. So here in America, the only way you're going to get out of it alive in the United States of America is if you are of the elect and you get caught up into the chariots, okay? There will be no escaping any other way outside of the United States of America. Let's read that. Revelation 18 and verse 4. It reads, and I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that you receive not of her plagues. Right? So we read it in Isaiah 26 and 20 that Yahweh said, come into thy chambers. That's that voice that's going to call us up of the elect into the chambers, the chariots, the UFOs, the so-called UFOs here in America. All right? That we be not partakers of her sins, because those plagues are going to come. It says, for her sins have reached unto heaven, and the Most High have remembered her iniquities. So she's going to be rewarded, okay? And she's going to be rewarded double. All right? That's what verse 6 is going into. But it says, verse 8, therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire. For strong is the Lord power who judgeth her. Right? So she's ultimately going to be judged. And I'm talking about the whore America, the United States of America, Babylon the Great, the whore that rideth on many waters, man. Okay? She's going to be judged, and she's going to be utterly burned with fire. For strong is the Lord power who judgeth her. Right? So this place is finished, man. Okay? And let me see if there's for in 1 hour so great riches is come to naught. Right? This place is going to be through in 1 hour. Let me see. Give me 1 second to pull up this precept. No. It's saying, let me see. Give me 1 second. So this is Isaiah 13 in verse 19. It reads, "In Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of Chaldees, excellency, shall be when the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah." And we know he overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah with fire and brimstone. Well, that's the same way Babylon the Great is going to be overthrown with what? Thermonuclear missiles. It says, verse 20, "It shall never be inhabited." That means there will be no more people living here. "Neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation. Neither shall the Arabian pitch tent there. Neither shall the shepherds make their fold there. But wild beasts of the desert shall lie there, and their houses shall be full of doleful creatures, and owls shall dwell there, and satyrs shall dance there. And the wild beasts of the islands shall cry in their desolate houses, and dragons in their pestilent palaces. And her time is near to come, and her days shall not be prolonged." Right. So there will be no more inhabitants here in Babylon the Great, which is the United States of America, because this place will be utterly destroyed. Only wild beasts and desert creatures, man. Okay? So that whole notion of a post-apocalyptic here in America is folly, man. Okay? It's folly, but it's going to be a good movie to see how people are going to freak out and, panic, and sedition is going to be amongst the people, division, schisms. It's going to be a good movie to see, just how much these Americans, hate each other, man. All right? Where it's going to be a dog-eat-dog world, man. It's going to be a good movie to see, how potentially Jacob Trouble is going to play out, man, here in America. So I'm going to go check it out, Lord's willing, either tomorrow or sometime this weekend, but I'm going to go check it out. So that's going to be it on Homestead post-apocalyptic movie, all right? So let's go ahead and finish up and close out in 1 Peter 5 and verse 8. And it reads, "Be sober, okay? Be vigilant." All right. If you still thinking that America's going to somehow be built up after the Third World War, you're sadly mistaken. All right. And you're not sober. Okay. Because you're intoxicated off of whatever movie or ideology that they're putting out that make America great again, that they're going to somehow be able to prevent a Third World War. That's madness. Okay. It says, "Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour." Okay? And that's exactly what he wants to do. He wants to give you false hope and a false sense of security with these movies. All right? And these sayings like "Make America Great Again." This place is finished. Okay? It will not be prolonged, man. This place will be through in an hour. Okay? And we want to be part of the ones that get caught up while that indignation passes over, so we don't have to worry about no damn fallout or no radiation or whatever else elsewhere. Okay? So with that being said, pray someone was edified through this lesson. And until the next time, if it be the Lord's will, stay strong, stay in the faith. We almost home. Shalom. Peace. I'm going to put this trailer in the comment section.